Welcome to Intermediate Hatha Yoga. Be here now. As we sit in cross legs and drape our hands over our knees, joining together our thumb and our index fingernail, chin mudra. Closing our eyes down, rising tall through the spine and engaging our full yoga breath, inhaling. Let's draw that breath deep into the lower belly. Allow the lower belly to swell out and draw the breath up, expanding the ribs outwards and upwards. Chest fills, reaches the collarbones, and as we exhale, we let go, allowing the breath to just subside all the way back into a slight contraction of the lower belly. And again, rise the breath from that lower belly all the way up, expanding, feeling the joy of being here in this present moment. As we exhale, we let go, we allow tension to dissolve and just to wash away those things that have been plaguing our mind. Continue to breathe. Full, deep, even breaths allows you to come into a tranquil mind, allows you to bypass the ever-chattering, problem-solving mind and to access your soul space, where there's a trust that everything is as it needs to be. There is perfection in all that is occurring within you and around you. Feel this connection. Feel the breath. Feel the energy as it floods into the physical body and then out into the auric body, the metaphysical body, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies, all getting swept with this prana, with this life force energy that just helps to release what no longer serves our higher good. This is your time for presence. This is your time just to recalibrate yourself, to come back into alignment. We're preparing to come into an intermediate Hatha yoga class today, and we're going to remember our theme, be here now. Inhale, draw the arms up and above the head, and exhale, bring the hands down and through prayer pose. Continue to flow with the breath. Inhaling, big arm circle, look up between the hands. Exhale, draw the hands down through the midline, pausing temporarily at the heart. And then inhale, float the arms up, looking up between the hands. Exhale, center through prayer pose. Continue to flow and to breathe. Looking up between the hands, keeping the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, centering through prayer pose. Inhaling and floating the arms up. And exhale, center through prayer pose. Feeling the prana sweeping through the body, deeper and deeper as you continue to breathe. Interlock the fingers and draw the elbows up. Exhale, turn the palms away. Keep the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale and then exhale, concave, round out through the spine. Draw the chin down and into the chest, really massaging through the entire spinal column, each individual vertebrae becoming filled with prana, separating, creating space right through the back body. Rounding those shoulders, keep pressing the hands away. And now inhale, sit your way up, open your heart, keep the shoulder blades pulling down your back so you're not pinching your neck, your drishti, your gaze is to the floor in front of you. Continue to breathe, inhale. And then exhale, we're going to interlace the fingers at the lower back. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, extend the arms away, and we'll gaze up. Exhale, lead with an open heart to draw yourself into the fold. Continue to squeeze the shoulder blades together and let those arms naturally come towards the head. Feel the massaging effects through the tension knots in the upper back and shoulders. Inhale, sit your way up, and we're going to just roll our way over onto hands and knees. Use the length of your mat. Set the wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips, the ankles in line with the knees. Inhale, open your heart, tilt and separate the sit bones towards the sky, and then exhale, round yourself into the cat pose, Marariyasana. So we're doing the cow-cat combination. The inhale, with the big, beautiful open heart as we gaze up. And then the exhale, the lovely feline stretch. Continue to breathe. Inhale. Again, feeling all that massaging effect through the spinal column. Exhale, squeeze in as much as you can. Continue to breathe. Inhale. Open, open, open. Tilt and separate the sit bones. Press the hands into the earth. Exhale into the cat pose. Round those shoulders. Concave as much as you can. Now inhale, picking up your right knee towards your third eye. Exhale, send that leg out to the back as you gaze up. Inhale, draw the knee in. Exhale, extending. Keep the heart open and gaze up. Inhale, so there's the rounded effect as the knee comes in. The exhale to open the heart and point the toes behind you. Inhaling, squeezing into the colon, and then exhaling, extending back. Inhale, what are you flushing out through that intestinal area? What would you like to release from your life? Inhale, extending that left arm out and spread the fingers wide. The more you can spread fingers and toes, the more you'll activate those internal meridians that sweep the life force energy through the body and into the organs. Taking the hand and the knee down, and then continue with your cat-cow combination. Just feeling if there's a difference on one side of the body now. Let's inhale, bring that knee in to meet the third eye, and exhale, extend away. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze with the knee, and then exhale, open your heart, point your toes away. Inhale, again, feel that release through the colon, and just know what it is that you're choosing to flush out of your life right now. Extend. Inhale and squeeze it in round the shoulders. Exhale, extending away. When you're ready, get that balance and then sending that right arm out, spreading fingers and toes. Feel the balance, draw the navel to the spine for stability. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, you're going to take your hand down and place your knee back down onto the earth. Curling your toes under, inhale, walking the hands back. Exhale, just rocking back into a beautiful squat pose here. Coming upright, leveling your shoulders over your hips as much as you can. Bringing the hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. Squeezing those palms together. The more you can squeeze the fingers and the palms, the more you'll feel the heat and energy rush through the arms. Keep the drishti to the palms or to the earth, so you've got that focal point. Helps to maintain balance. You really want to draw the ankle bones up and towards each other, and then that'll help you to elevate, stand upright. Inhale, the arms above the head. Exhale, stepping up to the top of the mat, and then holding ourselves in Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, drawing the arms up and above the head. Exhale and fold. We're moving into our Surya Namaskar, drawing further heat into the body. Roll the head under just at the end of that fold, and then inhale, stepping your left foot back, pressing the heel away from you and gaze up. Get the flat of the hand down, fingers and toes spread for Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Draw the ribs towards the spine. As you inhale, you can come through your plank. Knees down, chest and chin down. Squeeze the elbows deep into the side body. Flatten onto the hips and come up for Bhujangasana. Keep the elbows bent with this version, and then exhale back to downward facing dog. Continue to flow and to breathe. As you pick up the left foot, inhale, bring that foot between the hands. Draw the right thigh towards the sky, press the heel away. And now press the weight into that left foot, that front foot, so you can draw the back leg in and fold your way into Uttanasana. Press into the heels, gather the energy through Mula Bandha, that's that lower core lock, and then come upright, reach on back, a slight back bend, and then fold your way down into Uttanasana. Roll the head under just at the end, and then inhale, stepping the right foot back. Work the heel away from you. It'll naturally draw that thigh towards the sky as you gaze up, hands down, and then your exhale is downward facing dog. Draw the thighs towards the back wall. Now come into plank, knees down, chest and chin down. Slide onto the hips and feel the open-hearted cobra pose. Press into the tops of the feet for that cobra before you curl the toes under and come back downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot up between the hands. Press the back heel away, draw the thigh towards the sky, run the energy along the spine, gaze up. Exhale, weight into the front foot, draw the back leg in and elegantly fold into your sacred self. Inhale, rise up with lightness and yet with purpose. Look up between the hands, reach on back and feel the exhilaration of the back bend before we flow down once again into Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot goes back, press the heel away, run the energy along the spine, look up. Move your way into that classical downward facing dog pose. Level out through plank, shoulders over the wrists, knees down, chest and chin down. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Press into the hands. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, stepping the right foot up between the hands, gazing up. Transfer the weight to the front foot. So you got a forward motion to elegantly draw the back leg in and fold your way down, Uttanasana. Press into the earth to rebound energy through the legs, through the torso, through the arms. Gaze up. Reach back. Fear releasing every time we do a back bend. Feel that incredible rush before you fold down, Uttanasana. Inhale, stepping the left foot back. Don't forget to engage that back thigh and gaze on up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. You've got a moment to work on pressing the heels down before you level out through your plank. Knees down, chest and chin down. Inhale, slither on up for that really potent cobra pose. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, draw the left foot up between the hands. Press that back heel away. Open your heart, gaze up, receive the light. And then exhale, draw the back leg in, lengthen over the body and tucking the head under just at the end. Inhale, draw the arms up and above the head. And then exhale, Tadasana. Stand poised and aligned. Feel the energy as you sweep your hands into prayer pose. Press the back of the thumbs into the open heart. Connect to your precious heart. Feel your way through your practice. Yoga is about activating our feeling self, choosing to let go of that need to problem solve, plan or analyze. Just be here now. Preparing for a balanced pose, ground your feet, draw the energy into the body as you sweep that left foot into the hand and draw the right arm into the sky. You're going to move your way into Natarajasana by kicking the foot into the hand, equally reaching forward with the outstretched arm. If you just keep applying this equal reach forward as you kick the foot up, you'll find that you can come into a nice standing bow pose. Inhale, center yourself up, and then exhale. Release the arm down and release the foot down. Connect again, ready for the other side. Inhale, grounding through your left foot. Engage the quadricep, set the drishti, the focal point. Taking that right foot into the hand. Exhale just to work the knees together. Inhale, draw the arm up. Exhale to push that foot into the hand as you reach forward with the front arm. Natarajasana is known as dancer pose, but we might also call it a standing bow, particularly when you get that fuller version and you bow the body. Inhale to center up. Let the arm come down and then the leg. And then stand with poise, alignment, focus, breath. moving into another balance pose. So stay with all those key ingredients of grounding the foot, having the drishti set. We're going to inhale, interlace the fingers around the left knee and draw that knee high into the chest. You can either stay here, or if you can go on, hold the foot and then the knee, and then draw the foot into Ardha Padmasana, half lotus pose. You may need to continue to hold the foot here, because if you release the foot, it may just slip away. If you're going on, inhale that left arm up, bringing it around the back, and see if you can take a grip as you fold your way down. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, continue to fold as it serves you today. Just go to any point within the pose where it feels right, and don't worry if you get wobbly, don't worry if you've already fallen out of the pose. Part of the joy of yoga. Inhale to come up, and then exhale, release your way out as mindfully as you can. We're going to switch sides now. Inhale and exhale, center, prepare. When you're ready, you're going to interlace the fingers around the right knee. Inhale, squeeze that knee up as high as you can. If you're going on, one hand continues to hold the knee while the other hand will reach down for the outside edge of the foot. You can pivot that foot around to take the heel into the groin and let the knee drop down. Have a few goes at this if you want to. Maybe you'll remain here. If you're going on, inhale, drawing that arm into the sky, and exhale, draw the arm around the back. Maybe you can take a hold of the foot. If not, don't worry. Maybe you can fold. You want to inhale, get length into the spine, and then exhale, fold your way forward into the pose. You can really tuck the head under, or you can remain with the head up and a little drishti just to help you focus. Coming up as mindfully as you can, keep powering into that supported foot, and then returning to Tadasana. This is why we're calling this an intermediate Hatha class, because doing balance poses such as what we've just done, very challenging. Bringing the hands into Anjali Mudra. You're going to inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, step that right foot back. You want to heel to arch alignment. Take the hands to the hips to just check those hips are square. Before we inhale, draw the arms up. Look over the front hand. Now really cut the front hip towards the back hip and reach up and over through the underside waist. 2 fingers around the inside of the big toe. If that's not happening for you naturally today, just take a hold where you can, or you could have a block for the hand in front. Inhale, length through the spine. So feel the back hip moving in one direction, but the crown moving in the other. So all that length through the spine, and now you can revolve from the navel center, turn and look to that top hand and beyond. Really draw the throat towards the neck, Jalandhara Bandha, to protect your neck if you're looking up. Inhale, look down. Press down into your feet and to draw yourself up, and exhale, bend and open through the front knee. Feet might go wider here. The Virabhadrasana 2 turns into the warrior of the dancer, dancing warrior or reverse warrior. So back hand to the back leg, top palm turns down. Keep the shoulder blades down the back, gaze up if it serves your neck. Keep that front knee wanting to track over the front ankle joint. See how you go. Inhale, come back through Vira 2, and then lengthen into Pajvakonasana, side angle pose. So you want to tuck under through the front hip. You want to roll down through the outside edge of the back foot. That'll keep that back hip open. You're looking, if possible, to the underside of the top hand, keeping that shoulder blade sliding down the back on that top arm. And then sweep the arm around and turn the foot around. Inhale, bring the length through the spine, look out into the distance, and exhale, fold your way down. You may be able to bring the hands back in line with the toes or even further back. And you get a sense that there's a straight edge coming through the spine. It may not be there for you today, and that's okay. But just keep working your heart towards the back of your mat and see if you can feel that lengthening and that straightening of your spinal column. Doesn't matter if your crown is to the earth or not, still receiving all the therapeutic benefits of the inversion, flushing out the toxins. Hands to the hips, inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, we're turning out through our other foot. So get yourself in alignment, length, lift up and over through the underside waist, reach maybe 2 fingers around the inside of the big toe. Feel that length really running along the spine. Remember, there's kind of an oppositional force between the back hip and the crown, and then feel yourself revolve as it serves you. Don't forget to pull the throat up to the neck. Jalandhara Bandha just gives that extra protection for your neckline. Looking down, weight into the feet. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, bend and open through the front knee. There's your Virabhadrasana 2. You've got it established so you can reach on back for that beautiful dancing warrior. Elegance of the upper body meets the strength of the lower body. Pose of dignity, yet lightness and grace. Feel it become this energy. And then reach back through your warrior 2 into your Pajvakonasana. Take your time to align. Really tuck under through that front hip. If we don't, the energy will get stored in the hip, but we want it to travel through the torso, along the spine, out through the top arm, out through the ends of the fingers. Not only are you sweeping the body with prana, but remember the auric field gets swept up. You literally start to shine brighter. And then sweep that top arm down and around, turn the foot in, look out into the distance, and this time we're going to have a little bit of a change here by holding on to those ankles, a little bit of a variation. That'll give you some leverage to pull that heart towards the back of the mat, as I spoke about before, drawing yourself in. Can you feel the straightness through the spine? Breathe, relax and be. Bring the hands down onto the earth. Make sure that you're feeling confident to come with me, otherwise stay here because I'm moving into a tripod headstand. Now, remember, stay here if you need to. Otherwise, if you've got your hips over your shoulders, you should be able to naturally lift the feet off the earth. You can either just have the legs out wide or you may be able to bring them together. See how you go. Don't forget to engage Mula Bandha very strongly as you come all the way down. And then set your feet up so you're ready to come all the way back up. Turn out that front foot, big bend into the front knee, and step the back leg in. Remaining here in Samasthiti. It's just like Tadasana, but the hands are in prayer pose. Equal standing posture, aligned. Sense of freedom washing over you because those standing poses supercharge your energy field. They shake out of you any feeling of turbulence because you've just come into absolute focus. That freedom remains. Now bend your knees and set those feet about hip width apart, and you can step your left foot back, heel to heel alignment. Inhale, lengthen through the left leg, come way forward, reach as far as you can before you start to revolve. Then, if you can, take that top arm up into the sky. Parivrtta Trikonasana, a revolved triangle pose. You really want to tuck the front hip down and under. It shouldn't be popping up at all. It really works strongly into the gallbladder and stomach meridians, the outside band of the leg. So bring that top hand down. You've got the hands framing the front foot. Inhale, length through the spine, and then exhale, fold your way forward. You might be able to reach out a little bit further with those fingertips. See how you go. Kind of draw the pelvis back on that right leg. Draw the pelvis back. It's going to really give an extra release through that front hamstring, so be mindful as you do this. And then frame the front foot again and step your back leg just slightly back and onto the knee. Melt out through the toes. Inhale, bringing yourself up. Hands resist the knee. That'll just give you some upright energy as you take that left arm high and then revolve. Really be able to wring out through the digestive organs, squeezing the palms together like we did just at the beginning of the class when we squeeze the palms together. We'll heat up through those arm meridians. Things like your large intestine meridian, lung meridian, small intestine meridian, heart meridian, pericardium, and the one we call the sand jowl, the triple warmer, all feeling energized. So bringing those hands back and down, wriggle that front heel closer to the groin and lay that knee and thigh down so you're coming into Raja Kapotasana, pigeon. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold your way down. Your third eye can rest on your front hands. You want a sense of letting go deeply through the shoulders. Dissolve the tension. Let it all wash away. Whatever you've been holding on to, whatever tightness or rigidity has been featuring in your mind, if you know you're trying to control situations, this is your opportunity to let it go. Inhale, bring the head up, ends of the fingers to the earth. Press the mat away so you can lengthen through your spine. Open your heart. You want to just prepare for this queen pigeon by coming onto your back toes, if possible. And remember, just move to where it feels right for you. Your left arm can wrap around your foot. Keep your hand free and then draw the right arm up, and then maybe the hands can come together. If this doesn't happen for you, it's not a problem. You just enjoy this pose wherever you find yourself, appreciating your unique and beautiful body. So releasing out of the pose, and let's square ourselves up, curl the back toes under, and then move our way into downward facing dog. You've got a moment just to breathe and center here. Walking your dog will really help you just to release out from the set of poses we've just done. Let go, be soft, breathe. As you walk the dog, maybe you can get a little rotation out of the neck as well. It's just your time to recenter. And then inhale, come through into the top of the mat. Fold your way down. Your next inhalation, standing upright. And then exhale, arms wide down to the side. Tadasana. Sweeping the hands to Anjali Mudra. Inhale, bend the knees, step the feet, hip width apart. And then keep the knees bent to step back the right foot. Really important that we get the heel to heel alignment. Square the hips. Inhale, reach up with the right arm and then reach forward. Don't forget to reach forward as far as you can before you revolve. And I promise you this will give you more space in the pose. You really want to ground down through the outside edge of the right foot. You need that anchor, you need that stability. Maybe that top arm has reached heavensward. If it hasn't, don't worry. Be where you are. Enjoy these intermediate standing poses. And then bring that top hand down. You can frame the front foot up onto the pads of the fingers. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. Maybe extend those hands further forward. Of course, you can bend into your front knee. You can modify the pose any way you need to. This is your practice. Yoga doesn't need to be a certain way. There's guidelines, there's alignment tips, but ultimately it's the way that you nurture yourself in every pose that matters. You can come to the edge of your pose. Don't ever go beyond it if you're out of your comfort zone. And of course, you modify where you need to. So just have a little shuffle with that back foot until you're onto the knee and you've got your hands coming up onto the front knee. Press away and then reach as high as you can with the right arm. That'll give you that necessary space to facilitate a really lovely twist here. You can press that front elbow against the outside of that front knee, and it'll help you just to revolve a little bit more. Feel the twist for the digestive system, but also for the spinal column, realigning. You can gaze back behind you if it serves your neck today. If you're wobbly, of course, it may be better to look down and in front. Bring the head back and then bring those hands down. Shuffle that foot over. You're coming into your Raja Kapotasana. It's your pigeon pose. Up to the ends of the fingers for a big inhalation before we exhale and fold our way down. You've got a nice cushion there for your Ajna chakra, your third eye chakra. Just that pressure against this third eye gives it a lovely little impulse. The blood and oxygen will run to this really powerful point and open things up for you. Open your intuition, open your ability to trust yourself. Give you that sense that you do know things, even when they're not logical. Trust that. And then inhale, look up to the ends of the fingers. Rush the energy along the spine. You can move the heel closer to the groin, onto the back toes, and then pull that foot in. If you can, wrap the crease of the elbow around the foot, and then inhale, draw that left arm up, and then see if the hands thread together. If not, just be where you are, loving the journey, loving the introspection. Find a drishti, find a focal point, because when the head is up like this, the eyes can dart around. It's better to have a fixed point to focus on. And this actually conveys to the mind that we're focused, we're here. One pointed focus gives us the very theme of our class. Be here now. Don't get stuck in the chattering mind. So we're turning around on our mat. So we've got the length of the mat to lay our spine all the way down. Of course, we're breathing the whole way. And we're just allowing the breath and the movement to synchronize here as we allow the knees to sweep from side to side. It's a wriggle out of those previous poses now. Just a nice little rest. Moving gracefully and with freedom. Breathing, letting go. Feeling the support of Mother Earth against your back. Now, let's reach down and see if we can hold our heels. The knees are hip width apart. There's length in the spine. We're going to inhale, run the energy along the spinal column. And exhale, press the hips high into the sky. If you can take those hips a little higher, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So kind of roll the shoulders under one at a time. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, interlace the fingers and have the arms extended. So you're naturally getting Jalandhara Bandha because the chin lock is in place. The sternum moves towards the chin. Press deeply into your feet and isometrically work the knees towards each other. That doesn't mean they touch, it just means you don't let the knees drop out to the side. So you've got a beautifully aligned pose and you'll feel those sciatic lines in this pose and you'll get some really good space and really good release if you do suffer from sciatica. So make sure you come down just nice and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, and then kind of tuck under through the pelvis so the lower back is resting against the earth. And then inhale and exhale. See if you can come up again. Maybe do the interlock of the fingers under the back. And then work those heels in a little bit closer if you can. Breathe. Feel the alignment of the pose. Setu Bandhasana is our bridge pose. Beautiful bridge behind me or a jetty behind me in this class, so maybe that'll inspire you. And then come on down. Keep on breathing. So you may either repeat Setu Bandhasana, or for those of you who want to go on, you can come into Chakrasana. This is the full wheel pose. Inhale the arms up and over the head, and then have the hands coming down beside the ears. Press strongly into the feet and the hands. Inhale, lengthen to the spine, and exhale, move your way up into the pose. Now you have a sense of wanting to move your chest towards your wrists. Move your hips towards the sky. Just like in bridge pose, we isometrically work the knees towards each other. There's a strong grounding in the feet and the hands. As we come out, chin comes to chest. Then we lay the back of the head down, move the vertebrae by down one at a time, and then release the arms down. Make sure you have a moment here to align. Tuck under through the pelvis, draw the navel down towards the spine. Breathe, relax, feel. Only when it's kind of feeling right for you, draw the knees into the chest one at a time. You don't want to do that too quickly when you come out of a back bend. And then once that feels good, you can roll in one direction. And then you're going to roll in the other direction, so you're massaging that whole lower back area. It's a nice little massage effect for the kidneys as well. That helps us to let go of any irritability in our life. The kidneys can hold on to that energy metaphysically. So we're going to point the toes straight up, release back a little bit there with those feet. If it feels right for you, then use your hands to press your way deeper into Halasana, the plow pose. So ultimately, the feet are over the head to the floor and the heels then work towards the earth as well. Just like we did in Setu Bandhasana, you squeeze the shoulder blades together, interlace the fingers and extend the arms. Really important that we don't move our head now. So even though you've got a video on, you don't want to turn your head and look at that video. Listen to my instructions. When you're ready to come out, sweep your hands around to hold onto your feet. So pull in your bandhas and see if you can rock and sit your way up. Now you'll be able to look at the video. So you may have come to where I am, sitting your way up with the hands still on the feet, or I've now got the two fingers interlaced around the big toes. So it's kind of like a Navasana or a boat pose, but you might have just sat your way up, and that's great too. Or you can roll back and try it again. So holding those feet, bring the knees out to the side and then lay yourself down for the reclining butterfly. You can let the head now just gently roll from side to side. Relax, be here, feel and breathe. We're enjoying the support of Mother Earth against our back. We're enjoying the freedom of our open chakra system through the front body, meeting with Father Sky. A perfect pose to meditate in. Beautiful energy sweeping through the inner thigh or the inner leg meridians, kidney, spleen and liver meridians. Really helps to move up and flush out through the reproductive organs. Just have a sense of the class that you've just completed. Intermediate Hatha Yoga just gives us those little challenges. I want you to be very congratulatory to yourself. I want you to congratulate yourself for moving through this class today. And maybe you found all these poses effortless. Maybe that's a sign of just how much you've been practicing and how far you've come. Maybe some of the poses were still challenging, and it gives you a sense of where your yoga can lead you, but it also reminds you that yoga is what it needs to be. Some days poses come naturally, other days poses don't come naturally, even if you've been practicing for many, many, many years. It's all a unique experience every time we come on the mat. And it reminds us of how to approach life, not with expectation, but just accepting what comes our way and knowing it's all for the higher good. Like in a pose where we feel the tightness, the rigidity, the tension, the breath going wayward, the mind chatter starting up, same too with life. Some days peaceful, blissful, some days in command of our energy, trusting and flowing. Other days chaotic, feeling that we don't have enough time, feeling that we aren't enough within ourselves, comparing ourselves to others, letting the mind get on top of us. Our yoga is here to remind us that same as what happens on the mat, that we choose acceptance, we do so in our daily lives. We choose to surrender to what is. We remind ourselves of the beautiful niyama, santosha, one of our yogic philosophies, santosha, contentment. Just say yes to what is. Just say yes to what is, even if you're having that challenge with someone at work. Even if there's not enough money in the account, just say yes to what is. Lean deeper into the experience. Let it show you something of beauty. Let it reveal to you what the soul lesson is, because that is what you're on the earth plane for. That is why we are having this human journey. Not to have perfect days, one after the other, but to be challenged, to grow, to apply our mindfulness until we have breakthrough. Not always easy, but these kind of practices are just sent to remind us again and again and again to capitulate the ego, the one that wants to control, the one that thinks things should be a certain way, the one that needs to be seen to be better, or conversely, the one that thinks they're not good enough compared to others. Let all that ego mind stuff just fade away now as you remain in this restful space, this meditation, this openness, this trust, this acceptance, this santosha. Keep on breathing, knowing you are your own healer. You are your own master. You are in command of yourself, and you have these tools of yoga at your disposal to come back to again and again, anytime you need it, to breathe, to be here now, just through presence. We can observe that ego self, not with hatred, but with absolute love for the part of us that tries so hard to get it right. Let's come back now. Let's draw the knees together and to close our practice, to give ourselves that love. One hand on the lower belly and one hand on the heart. So heart chakra and sacral chakra, and a Hatha chakra and a Svatisthana chakra. Feed the energy into these emotional chakra centers. Feed yourself with love, with worthiness, with dignity, with integrity, knowing you are enough and will always be enough. And then draw the knees into the chest and gently rock back and sit your way up into cross legs. Drape the hands over the knees and find that mudra again, just like we had at the beginning of the class, as we prepare ourselves for a beautiful Om chant. Inhaling. Inhaling, bring the hands to prayer pose. Namaste.